the end of the Guardian Life strategic timeout. The halfway stage done and dusted. Time for the second part of this innings. Time also for the BYD match summary. We've got a belter on hand here in St. Vincent. 187 for 8 St. Lucia Kings. That's only a couple of runs fewer than the highest ever total here in T20s. So a brilliant, good start from the Antigua and Barbuda Falcons in this chase. 109 for 2 at the halfway point. So they're really ahead of the game here, Niall O'Brien.
Well, now then, Dougie, Radley College Cricket Club will not be impressed. You're going to be on the 5th team when you go home after the CPL. Shocking.
Oh, but he's such a lovely lad. Don't worry, Dougie.
I don't care if he's a lovely lad. He's dropped an absolute goober. Not good enough. You're going to have to swim to St. Lucia tomorrow. You're not getting on the flight.
High standards up here. Right, Antigua and Barbuda Falcons ahead of this game. What are the Kings going to do here now? What has Ruston got to do?
Well, firstly, the first time Falcons have scored 100 runs in 10 overs in the history of the CPL for them. So that's a great start for the Falcons. They need wickets here. They really do need wickets, St. Lucia Kings. This game is getting away from them. At the moment, Bishop, I think you're going to have to go back to Van Schalkwijk. He's an experienced bowler. He's got 3 up his sleeve. Get your experienced men back into attack. Van Schalkwijk's got 3. You might have to go to Tishana earlier than he would have liked to, ideally.
This one is high. Does it have any distance? Does it have enough distance? It does indeed. This is worrying signs for the Kings because Evan Lewis is seeing it big. Republic Bank maximum, number 5.
Evan Lewis now has 211 fours in the CPL and 211 sixes. He has matched his sixes for fours throughout his career. Astonishing stat.
Well, what did he get hold of this one? He's in a hurry. Oh, yes! Held on! Well, just a couple runs off his half century, but Carrington's held on, hasn't he?
Darren Ned in the deep. A bit of a bobble, doesn't matter. Evan Lewis, yeah, it was there. To be fair, it was there to hit, and he is normally a very good slog sweeper. Thankfully, Dougie's not underneath this one, and Darren Ned is. A little pop, a little fumble. Bishop into the attack, into the wickets.
Well done, Darren Ned. That's a good catch. Under some pressure. Exciting one here in match 3 of the Republic Bank CPL. 72 off 57 required for an Antigua and Barbuda Falcons side that's looking to go back-to-back wins their first 2 matches. This is Evan Lewis on 48, striking at 200. So this one to go after, but just got underneath it a bit. And a good catch from the youngster, having fumbled the first. That's how you do it, Dougie. Ooh, flash blade from Kareem Agor. Just 12 runs in his last outing, but he's got a different assignment here today.
Actually misjudges this one, Ned in the deep. Look at the last minute, he has to readjust. He never got himself into a settled position. There's a little bit of a breeze, but not a huge breeze out there. Poor old Dougie's getting peppered now. The cameramen are just in on Dougie 24/7.
Yep, good run here. Hustle is the chance. That's a very good brace from Tajinder and Gore.
Tajinder was so good in game 1. Beautiful half century. He mentioned in the pre-match interview, not all about sixes and fours. He likes to rotate strike as much as possible. Career strike rate over 150. Brilliant.
Gorgeous, composed, cut behind square for 4. Easy as you like. 123 for 3.
You've got to close out an over. You have to close out the over. And how do you close out an over? You bowl the ball into a hip, into a pad, so it's nudge leg side for a single. You do not give the boundary opportunities to batter on the last ball. You just try and close it out, get it into the pads, make the batter tuck it to your sweepers. Inexperience. Good from Tajinder.
Welcome back. We're in St. Vincent and the Grenadines for match 3 of the Republic Bank CPL. A belter of a match on here tonight in our last night in SVG. 22 sixes in this game already. Full of history, culture, and stunning geography here. It's the island of St. Vincent, which is mountainous and historic, and then the Grenadines, full of luxury, beautiful beaches. Yeah, some nice real estate as well, Niall.
Some lovely houses there. I wouldn't mind living in some of those beautiful properties. The sea here is gorgeous, absolutely stunning.
It's really alive, full of marine life. And I'm a sea expert. I know about these things. Just getting a little tape on his hand here, Kareem Agor. So many people go into making this production a good production. So thank you and hello to the Guardian Life Cricketers. These wonderful volunteers. They're incredible. The match day experience improved by them volunteering their time and their services. Great to see you guys. They've been so good. Really brilliant these last 3 nights. Thank you so much for all your help. Captain now with a loosener. Good work in the deep. Net again. That's great to see. One. Roston Chase has brought himself back on here, trying to make something happen. A couple of quick wickets, you never know.
Yeah, just keep an eye on Roston Chase in his action and how he gets through his action, how his body is holding up. We weren't expecting him to bowl. He alluded at the toss that it was highly unlikely he would bowl, but desperate needs and desperate measures. Tidy behind the pegs. Andres House.
As he caught it, wonderful, a little bit of a tumble with Tajinder, but he held on, the captain, and the desperate measures have brought success.
Well, I'll tell you something, Alex, today is about the catches. We have seen 6 outstanding catches. A Flow classic catch again. That's the 6th great catch we've seen today. It's out the front of the hand. It's an arm ball variation. It's a wonderful grab. Does really well there, Roston Chase. Catches the ball, and then he has Tajinder just jump all over him. Well, Kareem Agor gone for 2. 126 for 4.
now for the Antigua and Barbuda Falcons. This game heating up. Kareem Agor cotton balled by Roston Chase.
Yeah, listen, I just wonder, can the non-striker Tajinda just help his teammate out a bit? I'm not saying deliberately get in the way of the ball, but you're entitled to stand your ground. He actually, when trying to get back in his ground, he veers and swerves away and gives Roston Chase a clean access to the ball. You're entitled to stand your ground. And that would have meant Roston Chase having to almost dive through you. You could just see him pulling the bat on his left arm out of the way. It's a good catch. Very good catch.
Yeah, he was quite interested in his own wicket as well, Niall O'Brien, to be fair.
Well, if I was a non-striker, I'd be doing everything I could to make Roston Chase, in the laws of the game, obviously not bending or breaking any laws, but
let's be clear about that.
Yes. Just doing everything I could just to make it as difficult as possible for Roston. It was a great catch. It really was.
A really intriguing little run of play here now. With Roston picking up the wicket. Just 5 runs in this over so far. So Falcons, 60 from 49, should be straightforward. So 6 off the over. 12 gone now, and the Falcons 129 for 4. Game in match 3 of the Republic Bank CPL here in St. Vincent and the Grenadines. 129 for 4 currently. Antigua and Barbuda, the Carib girls doing the most as ever. And a great crowd on hand here. Our last night in St. Vincent, Sunday night, it's been bang, 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 Friday, Saturday, Sunday here. Joshua Bishop into his 3rd. How good's this, Darren Ganga?
Nice fierce battle. Kings clawing their way back. Roston Chase with the ball, getting that last wicket. I did say that this Falcons batting lineup is top heavy. So if you start eating away at this middle order, you can easily find yourself creating a slide.
That's played beautifully square. There is a fielder there, but they'll pick up a couple. And speaking of a couple, it was only a couple of nights ago that this same Falcons team got themselves in a position to win with ease until it turned out to be the last ball. So
it was only a run of ball required, and that pressure nearly cracked them. Luckily, they got over the line. They secured 2 points tonight. It's a different proposition.
they need to do really at this stage. No risk required from the Falcons.
It's a little bit disappointed in the way Evan Lewis got dismissed. After striking Republic Bank maximum, he went for another. He was so close to getting a half century. I haven't seen him score a half century for a while. Especially when his team...
This one up and over. Beautiful. 4-run silences the crowd here. Tajinder Singh continuing on as he began.
He's a class act. He's in form, he's got confidence. When you can strike the ball with power in that region, you know you're on top of your game. And they're dancing with the excitement.
Yeah, Tajinder Singh referenced in the pre-show interview how much Kieran Pollard had influenced and helped him working together at MI. Just Shows you our Caribbean stars, our global stars, what influence they have. But back to your Evan Lewis point, they were also well ahead of the game.
Yeah, and he will know that he only scored 150 in the last 5 editions of the Republic Bank CPL.
Great to see him in some form, though, tonight. Nonetheless, Flat 6 City. Nine from the over. 13 gone now. 138 for 4.
Yeah, I know that this format of the game requires you as a batter to be risk tolerant, to take bowlers on. At times, the execution will be off. At times, your decision making in terms of your shot selection might also be off. So when you get a start, it's about making it count. It's about winning the match for your team. It doesn't happen often.
50 runs are needed for the Falcons. They've got 42 balls to get them. So game on here. Pressure on the St. Lucia Kings. Roston Chase 1 for 14 off his first 2. Here he is now for his third. To Jinder.
Hello. You are watching
The situation will put a little more pressure on Tajinder Singh. Yeah, they're having a great time. That is expected.
Hello.
When you hear live at the Republic Bank CPL. It's magical, Alex. You do the same when you're doing the pre-show, the post-show. Alex Jordan is always dancing, so that's not uncommon to see spectators dancing, allowing the attraction, the ambience to get to them.
It is our very nature. We move in as one this year, for sure. It's just who we are. It's our spirit. It's our inheritance. Yeah, and we love it. Such a party. Yeah, just keeping it nice and tight here, Austin, creating a little pressure and maybe a little doubt in the minds of these batters, remembering a couple nights ago. They got ground down at a similar stage.
Oh, Jamal Hamilton just chewing up a few dot balls. That's something that he will want to avoid. It will put pressure on Tajinder Singh, on his team as well.
Yeah, Roston doing a lot of falling over into the non-striker too. Wants to mind his own fitness.
Just get a single. Give Tajinder Singh the strike, Jamal Hamilton. As easy as that.
Just 1 run from the over, 4 balls in.
Another dot, another good sign. You can see the shift in energy, in control. The Kings clawing their way back with the ball.
Yeah, absolute blinder of an over from Captain Roston Chase. 1 from it. So Falcons still need 49 runs.
And that required rate has just jumped from 7 to 8. That's how significant an economical over can be in a run chase. 6 bowlers used so far. That 1 over from Tikshana will be a critical one.
Well, Tikshana's got an over left. Joshua Bishop. St. Lucia Kings have been making their way back, even though the Antigua and Barbuda Falcons are well ahead on this chase. Here's Tikshana for his last.
Now Hamilton on strike. He can't do what we saw from him in the last over, where they were only able to get 1 run. That's a total no-no at this stage of the innings. The game situation requires for a certain energy going into the last few overs of the innings. he'll know that. Paul Nixon.
Super intense head coach. Yeah, heart on the sleeve at all times. He's in. He's 100% all in.
I like how short mid-wicket and short cover is in. They're trying to cut a single.
One away, getting Tajinder back on strike.
What's required here, of course, for the Falcons, at least secure a runner ball, set things up with wickets in hand, so batters to come can play with the freedom where they prioritize boundary hitting.
Easy does it, so 3 singles to start the over.
And importantly, this is the last over from Tikshana, so you don't want him to secure another wicket. He's already bowled 2 for 18 with an economy of just 5.
Yeah, good reminder, the next 3 fixtures. Kings in St. Lucia and Antigua. Those were the next 3 fixtures for the Falcons. It'd be great for them if they could win this one. They've won on Friday night.
Counting the dots. I'm counting the dots from Jamar Hamilton. Not ideal for the Falcons.
Pressure for Jamar Hamilton. These are the next fixtures for the Falcons, I beg your pardon. So they'll place the Kings in St. Lucia, the Patriots in Antigua, and the Knight Riders in Antigua. Forward defensive to finish. Well, he's seen off Tikshana, 2 for 18, his spell. 5 overs left here for the Falcons. 46 runs required.
And again, that quiet over has just pushed that required rate from 8 now to 9. Jamar Hamilton has to get a move on. He's digging a hole for himself and his team. From 12 balls. Jamar Hamilton, this partnership 16 from 22. Last 2 to 3 overs clearly in favor of the Kings. Ian Bishop alongside me.
Ruston Chase has done a very good job, 1 for 15 from 3.1, to the point where they'll need a few boundaries. Hamilton has put a lot of the weight on the shoulder of Tajinder. Since Tajinder Singh gripping the bat hard. He had to go for it. He had to try. He hasn't. And Jamar Hamilton has to say that he's put significant pressure on his batting partner, needing boundaries.
We've been talking about it. You can just sense that the Falcons were going backwards, not progressing this run chase. And all because of Hamilton and how dormant he has been at the crease has affected his partner on the other end. Just trying to fabricate and manufacture a boundary because of that pressure of not scoring. That's the game of chess that you play in this game. And that celebration says it all. The Kings going ahead now. Singh goes for 21, 142 for 5.
Very good from Ruston Chase. Fabian Allen off the mark.
15 dots in the last 27 deliveries. And it has resulted in this wicket. Simple approach to suffocating opposition batters. And then clearly, wickets coming.
Shadleaf and Skulpvic just 1 over so far. An outstanding 4 over spell from Captain Ruston Chase. 2 for 18 at a time of need. 145 for 5. After 13 overs, 50 was required of 42. With 4 overs to go, 43 required from 24. Fabian Allen can smack the ball. We know that. But Shadleaf and Skulpvic is back into the attack. He'll use his angles, he'll mix his pace up, and he's coming round the wicket with a deep wide third, deep extra cover and long off. Going across. Very simple method.
Just watching the body language of Jamar Hamilton, he just ambled for that single. His skipper played the stroke, called for 2. Has to get into this chase, has to get into this game. Has to lift that intensity with his run scoring too. 5 runs from 13 balls. The equation 42 from 23.
.124 kilometers per hour from Van Skalkvik, who's bowled the fastest one of the night, though. It's an easy one. The DHL fastest deliveries in this match all belong to Alzari Joseph, bowled with some real heat. Jamal Hamilton saying to Fabian Allen, next time he throws it like that, they'll run. Wonder who bowls the next one. Matthew Ford has bowled 2 for 30.
must give credit to the Kings and how they've clawed their way back into this game. The required rate about 4 overs ago was just about 7.5. Now that has gone to 11.5. And that's because of their discipline. Their discipline with their lengths, their lines, the strategy as well. And more importantly, they have been able to limit boundary scoring.
I think more than that, they bowled a number of dot balls. Not so much the boundaries, because all they needed was a few singles during the over, the Falcons. And Ruston Chase in particular has managed to execute a number of dot balls.
This is what pressure does. You can see the frustration in the swing, the situation getting to Jamar Hamilton. Last thing he'll want to do is to get dismissed here and transfer that pressure on the new batter. Jamar Springer can hit a long ball though.
An excellent over from Shadley Van Skalkvik, just 4 off it, 149 for 5. It's amazing because after 13 overs, it was just a little more than a run a ball required. Now the asking rate is 13. Can Fabian Allen produce a miracle? He can smack the ball. Matthew Ford, who's gone at 15s tonight, into the attack. Come tight now, LeBron. Hello.
Well, 25, that partnership right at the back end. 25 off 9 balls in the first innings. Oh, I'll tell you, had a few opportunities for run-outs missed this evening. I wonder, was there an opportunity for Andres House? 150 comes up. 150 for 5, plays 150 for 5 at the exact same stage. I think we were on that, the back end innings. Bish was McKenny Clark and Shadley Van Skalkvik. 25 off 9 propelled them to that score, 187. Still power there, boundary hitting power. Shamar Springer, Usama Mir can clear the ropes. Jamar Hamilton, 17 balls for 7 runs. That's just simply not good enough.
That will help from Captain Fabian Allen. They need about 4 more of those at least in the next 14 balls.
Well, one thing you say about Fabian Allen, he's a smart cricketer. That's why he's been entrusted to captain the side. You often see in his fielding, he's got great cricket awareness. When he's called upon to bowl, he's very handy. And that was a really good, well-executed stroke there. He knew exactly what he's trying to do, just lift it over short third. Matthew Ford this evening has not been at his best. He's been pummeled.
Shifting the field. Ruston Chase wanted the long off up to mid off and a deep third. Matthew Ford has said, no, I want fine leg back on the boundary. So he's got 4 deep fielders leg side. Should be 2.
It was a strange ball, that Bish, with that field change. There was 4 men inside the ring, as you mentioned, on the offside, from extra cover around to short third on your left-hand side of the screen. That was a juicy half volley in and around the off stump, maybe just outside the off stump. It went for 2. He's lucky Matthew Ford didn't go for more.
I think what he wanted to be was straighter. I think he missed his line. He's coming round the wicket now to bowl into leg stump. And he does it. He's hurt himself, I think, as well, Matthew Ford. He's hurt himself. And whether it's cramp or not, 158 for 5. Twisted his ankle there momentarily. Thankfully, Matthew Ford is okay. He might have to bowl the last one. But from Van Schalkwyk, what we've seen here is him coming round the wicket across the right-handers, asking them mostly to hit it into that offside from wide of the stumps, trying to take the boundaries away or make them take the hard work. Occasionally he's gone up the stumps.
It's good execution from Shadley.
Your email is your first online impression. Make it count with GoDaddy.
The offside field that you mentioned, that deep third, and there was a deep extra cover. Now it's changing. The fielder has changed because of Matthew Ford. But I reckon if Fabian Alley can get across the stumps and get it over that point fielder, there's oceans of space to try and pick up a boundary. Yeah, right over the man there, backward point. Carve it. Interesting that Van Schalkwyk's only going to bowl 3 overs here. He's an excellent bowler at the back end. He's not going to get his full complement tonight. Some of the bowlers use Bishop 3 overs for 37, Clark 2 overs for 32, and then you got one of your overseas players who's been excellent for the last 12 to 18 months is going to be 6 balls light, you feel.
Jamal Hamilton has to create a miracle here. Otherwise, it's a match-losing innings. He's got to find some boundaries. Still can't do it. He's the one that has really put pressure on his team by scoring 8 from 18.
I think they should retire Med. I'm being deadly serious right now. I think Paul Nixon should pull Jamar Hamilton out. It might seem harsh, it might seem a little bit unfair, but Paul Nixon is seething right now.
Latched on to it. Fabian Allen has the power, he has the muscle. Paul Nixon doesn't want to smile. Still 20 required from 8.
Right in the slot. Shadley Van Schalkwyk gets it wrong. It's a very, very hittable ball. He's deep in the crease. He's got power. clean swing of the blade onto the roof. Boy, where they needed that. They needed that big time.
How many more boundaries do you think they need here, the Falcons, with the 8 balls left? At least 3, I would think, at least. And score off every other delivery.
The 2 6s, yeah. Then you need 8 from 6. You probably need 3 boundaries. I think you need 3.
Let's see if Van Schalkwyk can hit his mark. Does he go wider at Fabian Allen? Very good. No, not good. Titan Butler. Wide.
Well, this will be interesting. This will be really interesting because Andreas Gauss and his USA teammate felt that Fabian Allen went across the stumps a little bit. Did he? Oh, ever so slightly. That blue line is a guide. Batter here says wide. Bowler beside me saying nothing.
High, power failure, chance. Dropped it. Ned, he barely held on to one earlier. Ooh, look at the eyes. Look at the lips pursed.
Well, as you mentioned, he dropped a dolly earlier and he caught one earlier when he popped it out. He misjudged that one. He misjudges this one. Sadly, can't believe it. Oh my word, Darren. Oh my word, Darren. Breathe. Breathe.
Right, Matthew Ford for the last one. Last ball. Oh no, 4 of them. What drama, what tension here at Arnesvale. Puran, I think it is. 175 for 5, 1 to go to get 13.
Puran in the deep. Goes to the cross seamer. That was what I was speaking about. Slicing the ball much finer than he may have wanted. It's a good effort. Oh, I can't believe it. The back of the hand flick. Flicks it over the ropes. Horrible couple of balls in the field there for the Kings.
The Kings have never lost to the Falcons in CPL. Tajinder Singh still with his pads on. That must be a record. 12 for a super over, 13 to win.
Who's on strike? Jamar Hamilton. Couple of 6s. Go on, Jamar. Keepers Union. Claw it back.
From 0 to hero.
Yeah.
And they got 1 boundary, so they need 2 boundaries. They need 2 boundaries, the Falcons, to soar. Now is when you could retire Jamar Hamilton, to be honest with you.
Also thinking about Springer might be quicker between the wickets as well.
How did it get to this for the Falcons? There's Shamar Springer.
But why not already is the question. Could have done it before that last ball because Hamilton was not on strike. All right, Jamar Hamilton, you need to stick one in the stands here.
but
But a couple of nights ago, Bish, Jamar Hamilton got a full toss in the chase and he hit one straight to long on. I'm going to check this for a high no ball. I think it was okay. He's not the tallest man, Hamilton, but I think that was just about okay. That's going to be fine. Normal standing position, of course. Not in that cramped position as you see there, so that'll be okay. It's not a good ball.
Boundary required. Here's a direct hit. Will go to the TV umpire.
Christopher Taylor in the hot seat. I think he's struggling here. Nice bit of 10-pin bowling from Matthew Ford, and gone. Excellent from Matthew Ford. Good composure, good execution, and Jamar Hamilton is going to be run out, and that's a fitting end to what was a, to be brutally honest with you, a dismal innings. 10 off 20, 178 for 6.
Well, if you go back to the end of over number 13, 50 were required from 42. And as much as the Kings will say a 6 and a 4 needed for the Falcons, the Falcons here in danger unless Shamar Springer can snatch a couple of boundaries here. 6 and a 4. There'll be a term for this, the end of this match. Round the wicket for Ford. Wide. And that's one of the things Ruston Chase would have said, do not bowl a wide or no ball.
It makes a big difference now because 2 boundaries. You don't necessarily need that 6 that you mentioned now to stay in the contest. Good from under this house, down leg side, skip down nicely, clean gloves.
Straight and 4. Shamar Springer. What Hamilton couldn't do, Springer has been able to do. 5 required from 1. 4 for a super over.
What a game of cricket. Springer was sitting, waiting, limbering up. Yes, boys, says Jaden Seals. Matthew Ford has been off the pace tonight with the ball. 5 to win. Falcons stuttering, stumbling, crawling at one stage, are still in the game. What's wrong with the bat? He's brought out his 6 hitting bat.
Switched to back over the wicket. Last ball. Straight up. Taken. Matthew Ford has done it. Ned has taken a...
VicPia, a video enhancer, is an AI video quality enhancer.
Keep their 100% record against the Falcons. They win by 4 runs. And the Eastern Caribbean battle goes the way of Darren Sammy's men. When it has mattered most, Matthew Ford has turned up. And it has to be said, Matthew Ford has saved the day, but Jamar Hamilton has played a match-losing innings, and that's not being harsh. They have snatched defeat from the jaws of victory, the Falcons.
Brilliant game of cricket. Wonderful entertainment. The Falcons are distraught. They should not have lost that game. But from the Kings' perspective, it just shows you stay in the game as long as you can. You eke your way back into it. Ruston Chase's captaincy was good. He changed his bowlers at times. He used himself really well. Sammy won't believe it. Sammy won't believe it. It's a cracking win. We've had two nail-biting finishes here in St. Vincent. Darren Sammy is a winner. And he has won here. It's a slower ball. Rolls his fingers down the side to Springer. And Ned, who's been indifferent in the field, held his nerve to get him over the line.
That was a get out of jail if ever there was one. When it mattered most, and Ruston Chase, I think, changed the whole thing with his bowling as well. He said he wasn't sure if he was going to bowl tonight, but he did, and he did it very well with Mahesh Dikshana. A win by 4 runs to the Kings men in the Eastern Caribbean battle, and they have now kept a clean slate against the Falcons in the history of the CPL.